Yo, what up, guys? Before we get into this real quick, I'd just like to say bear with me because I'm still recovering from getting my wisdom teeth ripped out, so I may sound a little bit weird, but let's get into it. Okay, so as for the title of this video, obviously there's a strategy that I'm trying to use in order to hit the 960 power range. There's a lot of drama going on right now. People saying it's theoretically not going to be possible to hit 960 within this current season limitations due to a couple of reasons, the biggest of which is the fact that you cannot get a power weapon from anything but the 100k Nightfall each and every week. So you have one chance on each character each week, so there's 3 chances total. And if your characters are not split even or get very good RNG, the odds of you actually being able to level up from character to character are going to be very slim to none. Garden of Salvation, for whatever reason, does not have any heavies in its loot pool. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but we know that there are going to be some heavies coming with the dungeon at the end of the month. But the fact that we have to wait an entire month from launch to have a reasonable chance at getting a heavy in order to be able to level up your actual gear score is kind of ridiculous. So again, just to recap, if you have 951 in every slot but you're heavy, you will not be able to hit 951. You need that heavy slot drop. And the fact that it only comes from the weekly 100k Nightfall once per character per week is really lame. Iron Banner is the only other exception to that, but you have 7 bounties on rotation that you can pick up per character, so you have a total of 21 chances to get it, assuming that you do not finish the quest that Lord Shaxx gives you. If you do not finish the quest, these bounties will only drop weapons. So that's kind of the whole reason I'm making this video. For whatever reason, when I got a couple bounties deep on my characters, I decided that, hey, you know what? My best chance at actually being able to get relatively close to 960 probably lies within these bounties, at least until we get the dungeon. I don't know what the loot pool is going to look like there, and I don't know the exact loot pool of the bounties off the top of my head, at least in terms of weapons, how many weapons there are total, and how many chances out of, like, how many total weapons you have to get a heavy drop. I know I'm posting this pretty much as Iron Banner goes away, but the next time that we do get Iron Banner, I highly would recommend that you guys probably do the same thing. Just save literally all your Iron Banner bounties. Don't finish the quest. That way you have relatively, in theoretical terms, you have a 1 out of 3 chance to actually get a heavy drop, and you can get up to 7 bounties per character along the week. For those who don't know, every day these bounties rotate in Lord Saladin's inventory. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, but if you check them every day, there's probably new bounties for you to grab. So like I said, there is 7 total. So at least until the dungeon comes out or we get some other chance at actual pinnacle drops with a heavy in the loot pool, this is probably going to be your best bet for leveling up, in my opinion. Play it patient each week. If you need armor pieces, just wait for the raid to reset. Go through, do your loot, hope you get lucky, whatever. If you can't wait and you want to turn it in for armor, just making sure that you have, again, that quest finished. Otherwise, those bounties will not drop armor for you. Moving into a little bit of a rant, I don't really understand what's going on to the 950 to 960 range here. I know this whole new light level system is a work in progress, but I really don't understand what they were thinking coming out. Literally, as the DLC comes out, you have no chances of getting heavy except for 1 chance per week. And it's only going to get worse as your characters level up because, say for example, like my Titan is 953 or whatever and my Warlock is stuck at 951. If I do get a heavy on my Warlock, it's not gonna matter at all. And this isn't like Destiny 1 anymore where back in Vault of Glass, if you didn't get the drop you wanted, you delete your character, remake it, and run the raid again to try and get what you needed. Now that literally isn't possible. You just have to wait every week and pray to God that you don't get fucked in the ass. Going forward, I really hope they look into redistributing the loot pool in terms of like making it semi-even drops. That way people actually have a realistic chance of hitting 960 by the end of the season. Because the season ends, what, like beginning of December? So we have just a little over a month left. And I guarantee you see little to no people even at 952 yet. In total, actually being able to hit 960 gear score by the end of the season doesn't really matter anyways. Mostly because the artifact gives you that artificial power stuff that really raises your power level in activities. And also not to mention that we don't have any activities that are at max light. I think the raid is what, like 10, 15 under. The only thing it realistically matters in is Iron Banner right now. Unless the dungeon is at a much higher power level, there really is no use to be max power. which is really disappointing to see for the terms of endgame at least. So unless for whatever reason the dungeon is at max power range, like 950 to 960, I really don't think it's going to matter hitting that range anyways. They've basically taken out the entirety of the endgame power level system, just making it totally irrelevant with this artifact leveling. In my opinion, maybe a cap on the artifact power would be cool, but at the same time, the unlimited grind does influence players to play more and just keep on playing and leveling up. Again, for things like Iron Banner, because when you actually have a power advantage, you definitely notice it. So just to recap, again, really no point to hit 960, but if you're looking to hit that mark, my advice would be to try this method. Save all your Iron Banner bounties going forward, and just save it for when you need those heavy drops, because those are probably going to be your realistically best chance at getting that, unless the dungeon has some sick loot in terms of the heavy slot. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.